In the fast-paced world of K-pop, where an hour without updates can make the entire fandom anxious, a moment of calm can change everything. Not a concert, not a new song release, not a drama, but a photo. Not a professional photo with perfect lighting and designer clothes, but a blurry photo, vague, almost accidentally captured. A man in dark clothing, walking with a calm stride. Beside him, an unassuming woman, wearing a hat, a mask, far from glamorous. But one thing made the world stop. The man's silhouette felt familiar. Very familiar. ARMY knew. Even before the media speculated, they knew. Those broad shoulders. The way he slipped one hand into his hoodie pocket. The unforced, distinctive way he walked. It was Jungkook. And that's how it all began. Online, fandom detectives sprang into action. Some denied it. Some were devastated. Others analyzed every pixel of the photo. From the limited edition Japanese sneakers, the luxury watch known to have been given by RM, to the faint outline of an ARMY tattoo on the man's wrist. Everything pointed to one name, Jungkook. Even more astonishing was the location of the photo. Mediterranean-style architectural clues, Spanish-language street signs, and confirmation from geolocation experts all pointed to one place, Barcelona, Spain. And the timing of the photo? It coincides precisely with a period when Jungkook had no public schedule, an unannounced leave from his mandatory military service. No performances, no live streams, just silence. And in that silence, he chose to walk with someone. Not staff, not a member, not an idol, but someone unknown. Someone who was special. The woman beside Jungkook wasn't a top-tier actress. Not a Korean celebrity either. She looked ordinary. Very ordinary. But that's precisely what made her stand out. She didn't cling. She didn't seek attention. She didn't seem nervous. The way she walked beside Jungkook felt natural. As if this wasn't their first meeting. As if they'd often walked together like that before. There was an authenticity that couldn't be faked. And at that point, many fans fell silent. Because the photo wasn't just a rumor anymore. It was a small window into the carefully guarded side of Jungkook's life. Why could one photo be so shocking? Because Jungkook isn't just an idol. He's a living dream. Since his teens, his life hasn't been his own. He belongs to the camera, to the stage, to the fandom. He gives everything, his voice, his body, his time, even his tears. He learned to love music, to love the stage, to love ARMY. But have we ever given him anything in return? Amidst the thousands of voices shouting their love, does Jungkook also deserve silent love? Love that isn't announced, not shared, not proven to the public, but real. This is the complexity of the relationship between an idol and their fans. It's not just about music. It's about the emotional bond built over years. Psychologists call it a parasocial relationship, a one-sided bond. But for some people, it's real. Very real. Jungkook may never mention our names, but we feel like we know him. He accompanies us when our hearts are broken. His voice is there when the night feels lonely. His smile comforts us when the world feels too heavy. And when we see him walking with someone, not us, there's a small, unexplainable wound. Because we know we never truly owned him, but it feels like a loss. It's not easy to accept that Jungkook might be falling in love. But as true fans, can we only love him when he's alone? Can we only be loyal when he's not holding anyone else's hand? Or is our love mature enough to say, I'll stay here, even when you walk with someone else? Because Jungkook isn't just an idol. He's also a human being. A tired man who wants to be hugged, who wants to hear a soft whisper in his ear, "You're amazing today." Not from thousands of fans, but from one person he trusts. But this story is not over yet. On the contrary, this is the gateway to a new chapter in Jungkook's life. A chapter not written in his song lyrics, not recorded in concert footage, and not displayed on television screens. A silent chapter, but a real one. A chapter about being human, not just a legend. After the news spread, the world split into two, those who refused to believe it and those who chose to remain silent, pondering what it means to love someone who has never known us personally. But there was also a small group of true fans who understood one important thing, that Jungkook's life is not forever the public's. We've seen him cry.
We've seen him laugh.
We know how he hugs BTS members like family, how he trembles when singing meaningful songs, and how he never disappoints. But there's one thing we haven't seen much of: Jungkook's side as a man who loves not because of the camera, not because of the contract, but because his heart chooses to. And for a moment, through that blurry photo, we are reminded that idols also have lives we cannot control. The questions keep swirling. Who is that woman? Why can she walk beside Jungkook so calmly, without hesitation, without fear? What's surprising isn't that she's beautiful, because her beauty isn't even shown, but because her presence felt so natural. She wasn't trying to be anyone else. She wasn't wearing expensive brands or acting like an idol's partner. She was just walking, and she wasn't stealing the spotlight. She respected privacy. And perhaps that's why Jungkook chose her. Someone who didn't seek him out because of his popularity, but loved him when not a single camera was on. This is the painful yet beautiful reality. Not all love needs to be seen by the world. Jungkook, who has always been known as the Golden Magne, perfect in singing, dancing, drawing, and even sports, might, for the first time, have chosen something not for perfection, but for peace of mind. And isn't that more honest? Because, truly, love isn't about making everyone agree. It's about making two hearts feel complete, even if the whole world doesn't understand. Top K-pop wants to convey one thing that is rarely said directly to Jungkook. We see you, not just as a star, but as someone worthy of love and capable of loving in return. We don't know who that woman is, but if she brings you peace, makes you smile, makes you feel at home, then we don't need a reason to approve. We just want you to be happy. Happy without having to explain. Don't be afraid to fall in love. Don't be afraid to lose fans just because you choose someone who isn't us. You never promised that love to us. But we love you anyway, even when you love someone else. Because true love from a fan isn't about possessing. It's about silently praying for you, even when you walk with someone else, even when you embrace a world that isn't us. If today you feel disappointed, confused, or even jealous, that's human. But don't forget, the love we've given all this time isn't fake. It's real. And now that love is being tested, do we still love Jungkook even though his love isn't exclusive to us anymore? And if the answer is yes, then today we haven't lost anyone. We've gained a more honest version of Jungkook, a man who no longer hides behind a script. An ordinary human being who wants to be loved extraordinarily. Top K-pop will continue to exist, not to spread rumors, but to show the human side of idols who are often seen only as shadows on stage. Because today, we all learned one thing. True love isn't always shouted from the stadium stands. Sometimes it walks slowly, side by side, on a small street in Spain, without cameras, without sound, but with a heart full of love. If you're still with us on this journey, leave a comment below. I love you, Jungkook, even when you're not walking alone.